All right, welcome back to the channel, you guys. I want to talk about a movie. This is not a review. This is me just giving you a few minutes of my take on a movie called Spoor. This is a foreign movie, and it's a Polish drama, suspense, and crime and thriller. And it's basically about this older teacher, man. She looked like she's about, I don't know, in her mid-50s or early 60s, and she's a retired teacher, but she teaches at this school part-time. She teaches English language, and she just got her two dogs, man. She wants to chill. She lives out in this, this rural area, but you got these hunters that's always hunting. And they're always just killing these animals senselessly. And she's just one of those chicks, man. She's one of those older ladies, man. She got her dogs, man. She loves her dogs and stuff. Well, one day her dogs come up missing. And so, this is a Polish movie, so it's over in that area. So, Romania and parts of Germany and all that kind of stuff. So this cast, you guys, I couldn't even pronounce the names of some of these people. Jaka, I can't. I'm not even gonna know. Anyway, these hunters, she wants to go to the cops, and the cops are not taking her serious because she's like, they should be punished for killing all these animals and this and that. And they just think it's funny because, it's like, man, they're just animals. And she was pointing out on the thing all these, she was pointing at the fact that all these hunters were hunting on, because see, over there you have over there in that country you have certain dates you can only hunt like 4 different types of animals, but each month they hunt 4 different types of animals. These poor animals, man, they didn't have a chance. I mean, they were slaughtering animals, man, just gun them. Well, anyway, she goes in, talks to the police, says my dogs are missing, this and that, and then she couldn't find her dogs. So then, she's sad because she lives by herself, and then she has a friend, which is a young lady who's trying to get custody of her. This movie has so many different little stories tied in and out. This director is badass. I'm telling you. Movie's a little long. I'm gonna tell you that right off the bat. I mean, it's like, man, it's like, I don't know how long it is. I was trying to find out. It's 129 minutes, so it's like 2 hours. But she ends up getting involved with the fact that these guys that were hunting all these animals were coming up dead, and when you went to the body, they had deer hooves by their head. So it looked like, she was trying to tell them that she was saying that she was thinking that the astrology or something, because she was into that horoscope thing. But every time she talked to somebody, like the cop, he didn't take her serious. And that cop ended up coming up dead. And he had his head bashed in, he had a deer hoof on her. And then there's this girl, this young girl, she was hot. Well, she was like an escort, and they were using her body. These older men was using her body because they had this place where they all had these parties. They used all these girls, and these girls felt like they had no way out, and that's all they could do to make money. And one girl was trying to get custody of her little brother because her dad was abusive and her mom was just couldn't handle it and stuff. So there's a lot of little small plot details involved in this movie, but that was part of it. So, she was trying to help her, and then there was this young guy that was, he worked in the same office building as the police place, but he was some type of, I don't know if he worked as a reporter or something like that, but he would talk to her, and they become friends, and then she became friends with 2 older gentlemen. There was a part in here where they were partying and smoking some weed, and they danced like this, the way they dance, it is so freaking good. Well, anyway, I'm like getting impatient because I'm trying to find out who's killing these people. So each season and each year, these dead bodies would pop up, and because it just didn't happen overnight. That's why this movie's kind of long. Because at first I was like, man. But what I like about the movie is I was wanting this movie to end, but I was still intrigued by the movie because I was trying to find out what was going on. This ending this ending, I'm not even going to tell you about this ending, but this ending, I didn't even see it coming. I was like, what? Because I was thinking about there's this magical mystery thing getting these hunters back. No, it wasn't nothing like that. But at the end, when I found out who was really doing it, which I don't want to give it away, well then the girl, because the woman that was doing all the complaining ended up getting that young girl, which was super hot, out of trouble. And then the young guy that was helping the older lady, him and that young girl ended up liking each other. So they kind of hooked up. And then, they was going, then that way she could, she got out of trouble so she can get her little brother back, because little brother was only maybe 8 or 9 years old. So that part was all cleaned up. But then at the end, when everybody started figuring out who was killed, there was even a priest that had a hog in the church, and it was killed. And she went to the church, I think it was a Christmas day. And, at first she sat down, and then she started yelling and screaming. And the preacher was like, get her out of here. Don't let her ruin our sermon like that. And she was telling him that he was wrong for having a dead boar, and had these little kids with these little masks on singing at this church, because you got to understand it's different over there in Polish and Germany and all that kind of stuff, Romania. But anyway, you guys, this is a great movie. Check it out. It's called Spoor. I'm not going to tell you no more. God bless and take care, and we'll catch you in the next video. My battery's running low.